Good afternoon, everyone. My new hair look. Yes, the hippie look is gone. I will, for those of you who are my close friends that know me in real life, know that I do change periodically. Probably about 4 or 5 times a year. I go completely from long hair to this kind of a short hair. Many of you are asking me, why do you have your name Mikhail? It's a good, very good question. I am part Slavic. I am part Germanic. I am part Italian, French. I can go on and on. I am a European person. As Bob Lenarduzzi, a friend of mine, used to call me, he is United Nations of Europe. Yes, I was head of security. Sorry, the proper name to call it is Vancouver Whitecaps Access Control Team chairperson, and I was in that position for years till I personally resigned due to personal reasons. So, why Mikhail? Well, Mikhail comes when I came to Canada. See, when I came to Canada, I went to KB Woodridge Elementary School in Wally, Surrey. And I'm assuming, I don't know 100%, that the elementary principal was either Ukrainian or Russian. And the principal told my parents, unless your kid has an English name, your child will not be able to attend school in my school. We're talking about uh, mid to late 80s, when it's still possible. Now it's not. Now it's illegal. So, hence, I have, instead of three birth names when I was born, which is Ciprian Mihail Boncha in English, because it's hard to pronounce my family name Boncha in English, we say Bonchia. We added a new and fourth. All four names are legal. But I go now, instead of going by my birth name, which is Ciprian Mihail Boncha, I go by Mikhail Boncia or Boncha, Mikhail Boncha. I am proud of what I achieved. I am a first generation. I spent a year and a half in a political refugee camp and United Nations political refugee camp. And I will not trade it for anything. Was it a good experience? Yes. Being in a Turkish United Nations political refugee camp. Was it something that I will brag about and I'll be like, oh, hey, everyone should go to a United Nations political refugee camp? No. We're talking about a very small room, and it was me, my parents, and my mom's mom, my grandma. In many of the other rooms, there were four individual men, usually men. There were some ladies. I'm not denying that there were not individual ladies, but in the camp there were mostly young men, and many of them, sadly, they were. You could be there for 5 years and still wait till a country, say South Africa, Canada, USA, Israel, whoever will call you, the United Nations will call you to the headquarters in Istanbul, Turkey, and say, we got a country that wants you to go to that country. Do you accept? Yes or no? It's not an experience that I recommend to other people, but it's an experience that shaped who I am and who I will be for the rest of my life. I was smuggled along with my parents and my grandma from former Yugoslavia to Istanbul, Turkey, by the Turkish government. I am not, my parents are not, my grandma is not, well, was, sorry, my grandma passed away, for the record. We were not either Turkish or Muslim, but the Turkish government helped us, and they did it when we went inside Austria. Austria kicked us back to Yugoslavia. We slept over a week in the train stations in Zagreb, Ljubljana, and I can go on and on. The only reason we're here in Canada is because I talked to Dennis, my best friend, growing up, and told him that we're about to go. And he said, go to Turkey. I said, well, you're Turkish. I'm not. I'm not Muslim. He said, don't worry. Turkey will take care of you. So, me and my parents were stuck in Belgrade rail station, out of money. Now, my parents were not broke, for the record. My parents had a lot of money. Problem was, when we left Romania, it was the mid-80s. So they can only carry gold around their neck and their fingers. No cash, pretty much, other than whatever, peanuts. Reason is because they didn't want to have attention to the Romanian border guards as we crossed from Romania to Yugoslavia back then. To our shock, we went through Bulgaria first. And we were like, this can't be communist country. Rotisserie chicken, everything you can think of. It was like basically modern day Western country. Everywhere in Sofia and other cities. We're coming from Romania. We're starving. Like literally, my parents had so much money that they didn't know what to do with it. But it didn't matter because you couldn't buy anything. There was nothing in Romania. Everything was being exported. So that they can supposedly, on paper, who knows, maybe they did. I'm not saying they didn't. Supposedly, it was supposed to make sure that you get out of debt as a country. So, we're looking around and we're like, you can buy a full barbecue chicken on the street? Fresh, like in front of you, done? We're like, no, this can't be communist country. We went to Yugoslavia. Parts of Yugoslavia, well, doesn't matter what part of Yugoslavia you went to, they also had so much food that will have, at that point, both me, my parents, and my grandma, my mom's mom, we were ashamed once we saw how much different and how much better everyone lived compared to what we were doing in Romania. Difference is in Bulgaria, no matter where you went, no Bulgarian trader. So let's say you had $1. You went to 10 different Bulgarian traders to trade your dollar for what, I forgot the currency. I apologize. They all will give you the same. In Yugoslavia, it was different. You went to 10 different traders to trade your $1 into Yugoslavian dinars, you will have got 10 different completely value. They all had everything you wanted and more, like in Western Europe and North America. But there were two different cultures. In Bulgaria, you have not seen one person sleeping on the street back then. And that's not a joke, including the capital, Sofia. I'm talking about mid 1980s. It was 100% clean and 100% safe. You go to Yugoslavia, you will have 100% safe. Nobody will touch you. So the same like in Bulgaria. But people sleeping anywhere you can think of in major cities. And that's not a joke. They were sleeping on the street. It's the one place till this day. And I'm talking about I was born in 1976. To this day, other than when I was in Mexico, and even in Mexico I didn't see that bad. By Mexico I mean Tijuana, because I've been to many parts of Mexico outside Tijuana, where you saw young ladies sleeping on the street with nobody around them. Not in Ljubljana. I believe that's Slovenia. I forgot what country, because Yugoslavia split in so many countries that I forgot what it is. But Ljubljana was the one capital in former republics of Yugoslavia, and I have nothing to do with it. My family is nothing to do with it. We're not related to those people. Nothing against those people. Don't take it the wrong way. But I'm saying, I'm just being 100% honest. Either way, so we were smuggled to Turkey, spent a year and a half in United Nations refugee camp in Turkey. We're not Turkish, we're not Muslim. Came to Canada after Canada sponsored us in about 1986 or 87, around that time. And we've been here since. I'm a proud Canadian. My daughter was born here. And this is, usually I go from extreme to extreme. And when I look in the mirror and I think I look like a hippie, it's time to get a haircut. What is everyone thinking? Is it, do I look better like this with this short hair? Or do I look better with the long hair? Yes, I'm blessed. I don't have any bald hair. Oh, bald parts. But, oh well. I'm not blessed because, look at it. My hair is, if you look at it close, it's getting almost 100% gray. So, I don't have any bald spots, but my hair is gray. Now, let me switch